Hello YouTube once again. This is Donnie Lesser for Pagan Fellowship. This is the uh, part of the Imbolc ritual videos that I'm going to do for this one. These are the ideas section. The invocation slash poem that can be used during your ritual spellcasting time. The poems are great, but trying to embed them into your ritual in any other spot could be kind of difficult. So the best time that I've been able to find, and I'll put this in all my other videos, is that put it in there with freaking net. Go away. Sorry. But the best time to do that is during the divination or personal spell work that you wish to do, or meditations that you wish to do. You can actually do the invocation during that time. Let's see. Ideas for invoke rituals. You can add a circle of white candles to the altar, which basically you can set it to the altar setup, each one representing a goal you would like to achieve in the coming year. Empower them then like during the ritual. This is a good time for that kind of work. Putting into your spell work, achieving goals and stuff like that is actually a really good thing. Banish winter by burning paper snowflakes, carefully of course. There's a cauldron included during this ritual that I find it the best to burn it in that. Oh, and cauldron ideas. I didn't include that one yet. I actually, you know what, that's a topic for another video, but I'll go ahead and give you this little tidbit. I use my old since I didn't have a cauldron or the availability of affording one, I use a mortar and pestle, an old bowl from that set. I still have the actual set though; it's a full set. But since I burned in it, I can't use it anymore for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get another one for my source. I'll post a bunch of links on one of my videos, description things for different websites where you can get ritual items. Anyway, continuing. Empower ice to banish negativity. As the ice melts, so the negativity will drain away. Pour water off your property. Yeah, I've actually used this as a banishing. What you do is you take a piece of paper, you write on it, and fold it into small enough things where you can get it into an ice cube tray or into a cup, like a teacup or a coffee cup, and you fold it into a small square. You write on it what kind of negativity. It's a good banishing spell, and also a good way to get rid of negativity. If you are aware of what the negativity is or what's creating the negativity, write that on a piece of paper, fold the piece of paper up, put it in the cup of water, and freeze it. And then during one of your rituals, you can actually put together a spell or incantation that will banish it as it melts. Now, while it's melting, be sure to collect it because you don't want it all over your altar. And pour it off your property. Don't pour it in your property. And when you do, the best place you can do this is at a crossroads, like a stop sign or a four-way stop or a stoplight. Pour it there. But do not pour it on your property, and don't look back at it once you pour it out. Okay? When you walk, as you walk away, don't look back at it, because basically looking back at it invites it back into your life. Okay. On to more, because I got like 6 minutes left. Let's see. Plant seeds to be cared for indoors, or buy an indoor plant and make friends. Bless your pet and give him or her a safe amulet for his or her collar, or place in the protective area on the cage for smaller animals. Like if you have a bird or something like that, you put make sure, if you have a bird, make sure it's not hanging inside where they can get to it, because they will tear it up. I wanted to do this for my dog, but I never got the chance to, so. Let's see. Purify the house with a house blessing ritual incorporated into the Sabbath, or do one separately. I like to do mine when I first move in and every full moon. Obviously, sometimes I can't get to it in the full moon. Another good time to do that is during the new moon, because you're getting rid of the old and bringing in the new. But yes, this is a good time to actually re-strengthen your house's cleansing and defenses. So let's see. Where was I? Oh, in the ritual, offer milk to the gods, then pour outdoors on the ground, or leave in a bowl for the animals. Because, okay, one reason why you can leave it for the animals, or you can pour it, is because the animals of this earth and everything on it, and the earth itself, is all a physical manifestation of the goddess, as y'all well know. So pouring it on the ground is giving it to her, or leaving it for the animals is also giving it to her, because the animals could be sent by her to retrieve it. So that's a good way. That's a good explanation of why you can actually leave your offerings for animals. Let's see. Do a vision quest / meditation on the wolf totem. Basically, what they're talking about, for at least what's meant by a vision quest with the wolf, is there are meditations where you focus on the image of the wolf, and the wolf will guide you through a meditation for whatever purposes or whatever underlying issues and things like that that are plaguing your life. Let's see. Imbolc is a fire festival falling in the fixed astrological air sign of Aquarius. The magic that you do during this time period will have long-lasting consequences. Uranus and Saturn, modern and classical planetary rulers respectively, bring the ability to making sudden changes, reach for rewards, or learn how to interact with authority figures. Basically what that means is anything that you're doing then will last for long periods of time. Like if you want the best spell work you can do during this time, if you need a little bit of kick in your financial life, you can do prosperity spells, because those are more long-lasting. Because of the energy, it draws it out to a longer period of time. Other things you can do is, like I said, house blessings and protections and strengthening those. But because of the energy, anything you do, no matter what it is drawn out. So if you want, say, you want to start a savings account for your children or something like that, and you want to give it a little bit of a kickstart, doing an incantation then for that kind of prosperity is cool, because it will draw out that energy into a long period of time, which basically means that if you did something like my example spoke of, like that, you would be drawing out that energy to such an extent that over the time you will notice in your finances that extra money is available for you to put into that savings. I know a lot of people who do that. I've done that. It helped. But be careful how much you do that, because once the spells fizzle out, the drawbacks, if you were doing it for a questionable reason, could be that, say, like for prosperity, and you were just being greedy. You're already living within your means, and you're doing pretty happy, and you may not have needed it. Once that spell fizzles out, you will find the tank drop out in whatever it is for it. So be careful whether or not. Basically what I'm trying to say here is use the basic rule is do, whenever you're doing any kind of magic at all, any spell work, put a lot of thought into it. Don't just spur the moment do it. I've gotten into trouble with a little bit of that spur the moment magic like that. So when you spur the moment things like that, it kind of tips the things a little bit. So think, what I like to do is the week before any high day or SBAT is to think about the spells you'd like to do. Just think about them. Don't do any plans to incorporate them into your rituals yet. Just think about them. And then a day or two before, if they're still on your mind and it's still something you think you should do, then by all means, do it. Or have fun. Don't make it... The funner you make it for yourself, the happier and more relaxed you are. You'll find that the energies will mirror that. Okay? So if you want something positive, you've got to put the it's kind of like what your parents tell you when you only get as much out of life